Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids and we're back for some more Witcher, and last time we freed the princess from her crypt and being a Striga. We also got a sword that was not actually so good as a reward for that, but supposedly there's a little more we need to do to make that reversal of the curse permanent. So let's double check our quest log here to see what exactly we need to do. I found Ostric's journal at the Striga sarcophagus. That's the person who wrote a journal saying that basically he was the person who tried to turn her into a Striga and succeeded. Proves someone intentionally restored the curse. I hope to find the culprit. I should tell the king what I know when we next meet. Okay, tell the king when we next meet, but I'm not so sure that is going to be the next thing that we run into. So the king used Velerad to pass on a hint about Salamandra. I need to go to the old manor. Apparently, I'll find what I'm looking for there. Let's go to the old manor, where I shall find what I'm looking for, which I assume will be the last holdout of Salamandra. And we see the old manor on our minimap here, and it has this broken bridge that leads to it. But, assuming we're not going to be able to cross that, and then my guess is that we're going to end up going through that old mine there in order to get there, but that is merely a guess.
Stop him! Stop him!
I wasn't going to swing my sword at you, despite that it seems to indicate that that's what I would be doing if I tried to speak right now. Maybe, like, put away the sword so that I can speak to these people who I would like to speak to, rather than fight them. Except, you seem to not want to do that? Okay. It's not. The guy was saying earlier that he really wanted, okay. I'm guessing it's these guys down here. Let's throw a stone at them. Ugh. These guys were saying that, they had a son. Oh, there is a trunk over there that I saw earlier that I later could not relocate. I bet there's something really good in there. But, please stop saying that. One of those guys had a son that he was trying to find, trying to guide him back over there, and did not seem as though he was successful in doing so. I was wondering if maybe, by talking to them again, we might be able to settle those things for him, but maybe not. Okay, that clearly is not a good way for us to try to cross. There were vampires here not long ago. And yes, we are wearing the, what the heck happened? Oh, that's heavy stance, that's why. We're dodging those. We're wearing the Drowner/Drown Dead repelling ring or something of that sort, so that probably is the thing that explains why Drowners have been acting so strangely around us. This also has an interesting seal on it. Okay, now you want to fight me though? Or if that Drowner does. That Bloodsugar. Alright, I'm just gonna take you out, because I really want to open that chest, and it's not letting me do it when you're over here. There we go. Like, a torch would have been really helpful down in the crypt last time round. As for this other stuff, we'll be fine, unless that's also supposed to be a hint that we're gonna need some of that pretty soon. Alcohol. In a drinking contest. But I feel like I want to just see, can we walk along the ground here to wherever the bridge was going to lead us? Or is that not an option? Because there might be a cliff here that's going to prevent us from doing that. Oh! Or not. Or not. I did not expect to see that. This is what I was referring to earlier. I didn't think we were able to get there. Or we saw the entrance, but it didn't let us in. And I was thinking there was probably some plot significance to why we weren't able to do that just yet. And now, having freed this, or freed the princess, uncursed her. I wondered if maybe we would now be able to do that. I'm a little hesitant to just go straight into the old manor place without having checked. So I'm gonna try to make it quick here and zoom on back to the mine and see if we can confirm one way or another. I also wonder if there's anything back here behind all the other stuff. Might be noteworthy. Pick more honeysuckle, because it's the only place we've seen it. Guessing that was that drowner that we just walked past that the game was alerting us to. More honeysuckle? Okay, that drowner is actually following us. Are you still? Drowner right there. Come on. Yep. Come on. Yep. Come on. Really? Thank you. I just wanted to take this. Oh, hey. All you guys, too. They act so strangely when we're using that ring. It's not like they always run away from us. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they just kind of stand there. Also, that is a cave entrance, but I don't think that's the one we're looking for. Are we really close enough to an enemy that you're not going to let me loot here? Oh, yes. That would be why. Yeah, come on. Okay. And you might have been standing next to us that entire time. Not really sure. This is gonna hurt us. Did you blow up on us? Probably. Also, man, okay, all these guys over here. That definitely exploded on us. I don't really expect to be taking too much damage from these guys, so I'm not terribly concerned. Okay. Just wanted to pick up the honeysuckle. You guys just need to leave me alone. I come in peace. Like, oh dear. Unless you make me make you, come in pieces. You two. Just stop running by me. And this can stop. You keep on insisting. Don't take like one of these? And now you come back after you were running away a minute ago. It's so weird. Ooh, see? Got two there. I'm gonna take this two. Apparently, we're back in fight mode, but we have the honeysuckle. That's what I wanted to check. I think this is going to be the cave entrance here. It's very close to it. A little further this way. Okay. Admittedly, we're not actually that close. I said that? I don't remember seeing that. Not used while fighting. Okay. Noted. Would you maybe, like, get hit? Come on. I mean, normally you'd say, well, you know, at least you're getting some experience or something like that. There's something to be said for fighting these guys, but they give 1 experience. Bloodzookers, I think, gave 15, which is, I mean, still not very much at this stage, but we don't need their crafting materials either, so it's not like that's a big boom. Just keep on coming up, though. And I do wonder what this would be like without using the Frowner repelling ring. Also didn't even realize that I attacked you and yet you fell on the ground in pain. And stopped fighting back. This is weird. Hey, just keep on coming up. Okay, will you please let me go through and actually enter this cave area. Fine. It's like if you run right past it like this, it's not gonna help. Also, Geralt is gonna get really glitchy. Doesn't know what you're trying to do. This. Please, let me enter. Oh my god, stop fighting me! I just want to try going in here. You too? Just stop! Spawning! Stop. Spawning. Actually got through. Whoa! Okay, I was about to say, I have no idea what we're gonna find in here. Did we finally read the Kikimor book? Probably should have. Ooh. I mean, I know we talked a while ago about not really needing it anymore on the assumption that our opportunity to pass in that Witcher contract had probably come and gone, but may still have that chance. Also with this tech, anymore. High quality base, top quality base, other foods. I don't think we have room for that. Yeah, I think that's probably fine then. Top quality. More workers. Assuming that is the thing that just saw us. Yeah, I bring up the book because, well, not only did we think we wouldn't be able to turn that in anymore, we thought that we probably would not have been able to fight many more Kikimors, and therefore it seemed as though our opportunity had come and gone. We were looting before, right? Where we got all that stuff? Yeah. Just making sure. Now, this would be an opportunity to make up for that, but I think, given that assumption, we had the opportunity to buy back the book. Trying to do. But didn't actually do so, because it was kind of expensive, and we were thinking, not worth the effort. Didn't get back up to fight this guy quickly enough to also get the one-shot kill on him. They're doing very little damage. I mean, I'd have to imagine we're going to run into some more difficult Kikimors soon. It's not going to just be the workers. That would just be too straightforward. Yeah, because all we're getting is the trachea, which is a thing that you don't need the knowledge from the book yet. Now, what might we find down here? Old chest. Maybe something in there? I mean, once upon a time, there was a book... Is that 100 experience for fighting this? Really? Is that high, or is that 10? I have to imagine that's 10. 4 Wayfarer Stones. Okay, so that is definitely a thing that we just haven't fully learned yet. My guess is that's going to send us back. Ooh, okay, just a flutter. Except there are multiple of them. Well, we are on heavy stance. It is the right stance. I would love if you would actually do what I'm asking you to do, though, especially since that was an opportunity to take this guy out, and yet you did not take it. We fought enough of the vampire-like enemies recently to, like, cut off that combo to know that, well, the Flutters are not nearly as dangerous as they once were for us. We've taken down the more powerful ones since then. In fact, we did some of that last time around. I feel like that definitely does say 100, maybe even 110 experience. Okay, so definitely the old chest. Generally food. Ooh, don't recognize that. I don't think. Which leads me to believe we probably want to make sure we do make room for it. Also, a good alcoholic potion base. Do we have anything that is a not so great? It's just a normal potion base, although we have 10 of it. Maybe not the best idea to get rid of all of that. And we have some foods in here that we probably don't need to be holding on to all that much, like having just one dried fruits left. Probably dump that. Okay. Is that everything in here? Seems like that's the case. I mean, again, the Wayfarer Stone, or whatever it's called, I'm guessing will ultimately be something very significant that will lead us back here. But at least for now, taking care of this stuff, and we know that we're not passing up anything too great without at least checking on it first. Okay, so now I think, well, no, we've already checked that camp. Yeah. I don't think we've tried going back to Old Vizima that way, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to. So, I think well, I mean, maybe we could try doing that and see if we can make it all the way back to the throne room, talk to the king and all that stuff, but I have to assume at some point we're going to end up going that way for other plot reasons. So, I think we're fine not making a deliberate effort to do that at this stage, and that we'll find ourselves there at some point anyway. Would it be nice to potentially get some sort of reward from the king as soon as possible, on the assumption that he does have something nice to give us after having freed his daughter and reversed the curse? Yeah, that would be nice, but I think we can hold off. It's not so urgent. Can you not cross that? Fine. Be that way. So yes, in that case, I would assume the way to go... Kind of, from that honeysuckle when those guys are trying to fight us. Kind of, sort of. I assume that the way to go is, in fact, to take the low road and not worry about the broken bridge. You have seen some of these plants before. You're not gonna let me take them? Maybe... We actually have a lot. Okay, I thought we had less than that, so not as relevant as I might have previously thought. And really? Going... No. This way. Yeah, okay. Here we go. You might not let me leave here. You could still consider me to be in the fight. You do, but not for much longer. Okay, I think we're probably gonna run into some stuff pretty quickly as soon as we get here. Like this dude that I still don't fully understand how much we should trust.
State your business, Witcher.
Let me pass, Duet.
You look terrible, like you haven't slept all night.
You don't say.
I'm tired, Count. May I pass?
My dear Geralt.
I spent the night with a Striga, so my patience runs thin.
With a Striga? To what end? Did you kill her?
She's no longer a problem. I found evidence of a traitor in the princess's entourage.
Could it be you?
Any idea who?
Not yet, but it's only a matter of time.
You were right here.
I discovered a useful diary.
You have questionable motives.
Also knows some helpful spells.
You should give me Ostrit's diary.
Absolutely not.
The Grandmaster commands magic better than that witch Marigold.
I never mentioned whose diary.
But...
yeah.
Witcher, join me. Align yourself with the masters of a new order. With me, Roderick Duet, the future Viceroy of Temeria.
Who are you working for, Duet?
I thought you had it figured out. I'm working with Salamandra, for now.
Yeah.
Think you can outsmart them?
They're but a means to an end. Join me.
You're pathetic.
Do I not fit your vision of a noble knight of the Order?
Absolutely
I
not.
weep to hear it, Witcher.
You're a boil on this city's ass, and boils are lanced with a blade.
For the Order!
Yeah! Can I take out some of your friends? Yes. Okay. Again, would like to just make this a one-on-one as quickly as we possibly can, and we have done just that. So that's nice. Also, this. Okay. Heavy stance, quick stance, I'm not sure. Quite frankly. I think we hit him with something there. Bleeding? Yeah, we're hitting him with bleeding, so that's good. I think this is working pretty well, so I think we'll keep it here. He does not seem to be able to counter this very much. And especially not without his friends. I think that made a big difference being able to take those guys out early. How much damage are we actually doing, though? We do have a lot of HP. But yeah, I mean, clearly this guy had some pretty questionable motives in the past. He had some tie to Ada, and we knew that she had a pretty direct tie to Salamandra. Just wasn't clear. Was Ada kind of separating this guy from Salamandra, or was this guy very much in the know and deliberately helping Salamandra as well? And this is all the confirmation we needed, apparently. Now goes to the old manor. Secret Salamandra base. Ooh. We'll tell Foltest next time we see him. So, looks like there are some useful things for us to pick up here. I mean, we could definitely eat some food right about now, but enough food for this to actually create some inventory space for us? Kinda unlikely. Is that actually something that gave us endurance or vitality? I thought it was vitality, but I saw her endurance shoot up instead. Okay. I think we eat one, drop the rest, take the other goodies. Don't have room for that. I mean, I'm also not sure if we're going to be able to sell these anymore, similarly to the Squirrel Puffs. I feel like Bloodzucker contract, didn't we turn this in already? I'm a little surprised that we still have it. Otherwise, other things that we would like to drop. Disenchanting Estriga, I think we can be pretty confident that we don't need that anymore. Well, kind of sort of. That's not the thing that I wanted to take. Thank you very much. I mean, supposedly we may still be trying to do one more thing to make that change permanent. This, however, is what we just picked up that I'd like to read. Book describes the results of research on mutated warriors. Okay, well, we did fight a mutant not long ago. Referred to as mutants and greater mutants. And on mutated warhounds. Okay, I don't think we fought any mutated warhounds just yet, but we have that to look forward to, it would seem. That's probably, well, greater mutant. I think we only fought a normal mutant. Not a greater mutant. And those hounds. Sure, that'll be just lovely, fighting them. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really need any of that other stuff. Curious what the sword looks like, so I mean, temporarily I'll drop this. I doubt that it's actually any better, but give it a peek. It's basically a slightly better Witcher sword, default Witcher sword, but we've long surpassed that. So let's take the meteorite sword back. Unless... Holy Axe? Again, mostly wondering out of curiosity. Excuse me? Let me take it. It's technically one of these weapons? Looks like it might be. Surprises me a little bit. It is small. Okay. I might actually want to hold on to that as our tertiary weapon. Even tertiary, or is it one step below that? Maybe. Oh. Almost missed that. Rather congested, all this stuff in here. I think we have now gotten everything. At least from people we took out. A lot of beggar tape. And honeysuckle, for that matter. Not that we absolutely need all of it, but... Also, hello, Bloodsuiter. Yes, I will fight you too. And... Of course, you're not alone. Okay, you blew up, and your friends went away. Or you actually blew up on your friends? Not sure if I realized that was how that worked. Oh! Boy, do you know, eh? What you guys doing here? Hold on a second. Where are we? Okay. Flooded Meadows. Old Manor itself. I mean, presumably that's the place where we run into the salamander dudes. But I think there's potentially a little more to this place than just that. So, I'm going to try to explore a little further. I need to use heavy stance or quick stance on you? I don't remember. And that priest is going to heal you. It's going to make this a little bit annoying. I feel like we probably should be using quick stance, but did succeed there. Alright, dude man, please stop running. Dude man, come back here. Come back here. Don't make me do this. I will do this. Come on. Come on. Some of this may have to do with us technically being a little bit intoxicated at the moment. Also, this is not really the direction in which I want to be going right now, so I don't appreciate that you're chasing me over there. Because I wanted to explore over here first. It does look like there must be some area of Vizima that we're seeing up there. As for which exact area, I couldn't tell you. That was like a castle. Probably old Vizima? I think we probably hit the wall here, yeah. Maybe there isn't much here after all, but just want to confirm. Given how this is a new area and all. They're mostly plants that we've seen plenty of in the past. I'm fine with that. Okay, definitely corpses there. Do you want to check out if there's anything near these big dramatic trees? Because last time we saw one of these, you know, may have, like, ruined a perfectly normal wedding? Perfectly normal wedding. Okay. Then I think we make our way up in that case. Was the corpse here somewhere that I was thinking we'd probably want to loot? But I'm not currently seeing it. I'm mostly seeing you. We are going to want to use quick stance on. Okay. Not sure if that Bloodsugar is technically trying to fight us or not. Come on. Come on. Get back here. There we go. Here's the corpse. Just enough time to actually loot it. Ooh, I don't think we have space for much of this stuff at the moment. Do we take another hint that they're dropping a torch here? Maybe that means we ought to be, and some flint. We ought to be thinking about potentially preparing ourselves for going into another crypt-like dungeon area in which we won't have access to light. I mean, that would seem pretty understandable, given how we're chasing down Salamandra, and I would assume that they probably are not just out in the open. Also, running out of some space here. I don't know if we can just, like, use this whenever. This work. Hold on. Need to actually be on the inventory space page, not on the looting page. Does that work? Does look like it. Except it instantly goes away. Oh, well, we don't have our sword out. That's probably why. Did it on our human sword, which probably is a good thing. It's been a while since we've fought this many humans. Or non-monster creatures. Hello. That was just lovely. Very wholesome. But I would expect that with Salamandra being our primary enemy that we're going to be going up against soon, that's going to become a lot more prominent of an enemy for us. It's like, how long does that last? If we swap over to this weapon, we'll see the thing that we put on there lasts, whoa, 24 hours. Okay, that definitely seems meaningful. We'll make room for the rune that way. Other things like Flutter Fangs, we probably don't need it. There was a time when we were turning those in for monies. I mean, not sure that we actually need much else, though, from this guy. But then maybe, well, not this. What's that one? That's the cheap alcohol. Never mind. We're good. We're good here. Clear corpse for loot. I mean, again, don't really need the weak alcohol, but I'll take the strong. We're fighting something somewhere, but it's news to me. Doesn't look like we can go up there. Does look like it's supposed to go up here. So, I swear I saw a masked dude here not long ago. We're also getting all these map updates. Old Manor, Burnt Settlement. Looks like that's an entrance to a cave, but I think we were over there not long ago, and so should have been able to tell if that was the case. I don't think it was. Where are you? Oh! Oh! I recognize that name. Maybe let's, well, I'm kind of curious if there's anything else over here. Because, I mean, one would assume that's a pretty significant encounter there. I was expecting to see him show up there, not there. Maybe we're gonna end up going down into the actual manor soon anyway? Oh. Oh. Can't help but feel like we're not supposed to have noticed this yet. So, yeah, I think we're gonna end up seeing this at some point. Yeah. I think we're gonna end up seeing this at some point, but I think we are technically supposed to go to that burnt settlement first, so my bad. That's what I get for being a little too curious. Hey, you're gonna give me an open world. I'm gonna explore it. What? What? Okay, I recognize that name too. I recognize that name too. And it concerns me. So, let's maybe, like, draw this thing. And maybe we could try throwing on one of those blade coatings as well. Although, admittedly, I don't fully understand how these work. Maybe we're just going to stick with what we have. Give this a shot. Hey, friends! Nice to see you all. How have you been?
Greetings, Geralt. Have you met Rayla? A singular transformation gave her the gift of life.
Geralt!
Oh!
A singular transformation. The gift of life. You call that enslaved bag of blood and muscles alive?
Better than alive, perfect. You'll learn that soon enough.
This was your experiment? You're pathetic.
Rayla, darling, you won't permit this mongrel to insult your master.
Geralt!
Okay, yep, have to kill Rayla. She's left me no choice. That much is pretty clear. Yeah, so, like, miraculously, we did somehow manage to get that sign off. Oh, you are very quick. Except, not strong enough. Ow, I don't know what you did to do that to me. We are blinded right now, it seems, although now it's gone. Does this do immediately restores lost vitality? I mean, we have some of that. That would be very helpful, yes. And some coins, sure. Sure. I mean, I assume that's probably good, and Beast Fang, I think, is just generic stuff that we can get pretty much anywhere, so... Okay. Any other signs of Hazard Javit? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like instead we are going to be finding more of the mutants. Of the dog nature and the normal humans, I suppose. Along with them. Love to just fight you and only you for a moment here. Especially because, assuming silver is the way to go against you, whereas it would not be the case, do that with the others. And that is a relief. Not actually having to fight you. What is that? Unigen. Okay, that looks pretty notable too. We should probably make some space for that. As for what makes the most sense, I don't actually remember if we turned in the Blood Super contract. I thought we did. Just in case we didn't, let's get rid of that, because that's pretty common. Okay, so, Mr. Masked Warrior dude, we're gonna switch up recipe for you. There are two of you, but again, in theory, we should be able to fight you one at a time, and you as well. I mean, the physics were a little questionable there. Little questionable, but okay. Yeah, I'm fine with taking everything with that. Another one of you, I mean, can I, like, blast you off the edge there? Because that would be really awesome if I could. Really wish I could. You guys also do not really stand up the way you used to. Do some good sword attacks. And granted, you did, of course, do that, which was a little bit overkill. Seemed like we were going to be fine anyway, but... I mean, come on, let me loot him. Let me loot him. You can probably see the other enemies around here is like, you are supposed to be in combat mode. We're not going to let you loot that guy for that reason. Till we step a little bit. Now you let me loot. And yeah, I don't really need all that stuff. Okay. Oh! Well, that's charming. Truly charming what you did there. Yeah, I think we have talents. So let's do some of that stuff then. Because, I mean, seems like we're going to be having some pretty significant fights here. So, probably going to want some of this stuff. So I think we were eyeing this strength upgrade before and just barely opted not to take it. That's probably what I'm going to choose. Click it, and of course undo it. Otherwise, we'd probably use the strong silver or steel upgrades. But we'd have to choose between the two of them. I mean, granted, probably a pretty safe bet to go with steel right about now. Given how, again, we're probably going to be fighting mostly salamander humans and mutants that they created, which I assume the steel weapon is still the way you're supposed to go against those. But this is also a solid choice here. But I think I'm okay with that. And then that leaves us with a lot of silver. Resistance to blinding. I mean, we hadn't seen that very often. I don't think we saw it at all until 5 minutes ago. Maybe that's suddenly very relevant. Otherwise... Or? Reducing incineration duration might also be helpful. Endurance regeneration, hold on, that sounds very good. Because we could really use that for casting our signs more aggressively, so I like that a lot. Sun resistance could be good. Endurance consumed on attacks. Wait. We use endurance when we attack? What? Works only when poison affecting Geralt is caused by a potion. Enhancement effects alters negative effects of potion? Poison, rather? What? That's a weird one. This is like, commit to having yourself intoxicated by all of your... Oh no, sorry. Yeah. Those all said poison, not potion. That's committing wholeheartedly to being poisoned, which seems a little too gimmicky for me. This I don't fully understand, because I didn't think we used it. Does that mean all signs as well? Base sign intensity, that could be helpful. Cleansing ritual that places a tower, we certainly have that. That would be helpful, but probably a little too late for that. This probably would be helpful too. So, yeah, this would be useful, but I think we'll take that, and I mean, this is time to be doing that crafting, but I don't think we'll be able to do that simultaneously. Then we have one bronze left, and there aren't very many bronze things that I'm terribly interested in taking, quite frankly. Thought by blinding about plus 30% when opponent has less than 25% vitality. I mean, I didn't think it was that good, but if you're forcing me to take a bronze talent, then I'll do it. Also, why would you ever take this? You could just take that instead. I would have thought that you have to do this and then you do this. So I thought in the past it had been, you take 2, Silver Sinews 2. It says 40%, plus 40% pain. But I thought that was basically only 10% incremental pain, because Sever Sinews 1 has 30. Thought that's the way that works, but maybe not. So we are in basically the middle of the day here. I don't see much reason to rest longer than that, other than add inventory space now. I would say this would be a good time for us to craft some good potions. Or blade coatings, or will you let us do explosives? No. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, is we technically need to rest before we have that ability. So, I mean, we still have, I'm pretty sure, a lot of, or well, at least 2, I think, of the swallow potions for the life regeneration. We have several of the instant life regeneration potions. I think we used all of our blizzards. And that's definitely something that we would like to have at some point. Rather, okay, no, these are just Han fibers. I was going to say, if that's Mandrake, then I'd like to pass up on that, but I think that does work. Let's do that. So that has been our go-to for sure. Dropping alchemy mixture. Okay, that's one of the things that we were wondering earlier, a while ago, was what happens when you have a full inventory and you're trying to craft something like this. Alchemize something. Increases maximum vitality. I think the blizzard is the primary thing that we really wanted. We did already have a few offensive potions that we had brewed in preparation for other fights. I think I'm okay with this. We will need to make sure that we got the potion that we just made. Kind of curious if enemies respawn right next to us, because we did rest right in the middle of enemy territory. Doesn't look like it. So we don't have inventory space just yet. We have a lot of extra flint. It's not very valuable. I think we drop that. Take the blizzard. Okay. Then we move on up here. And we should probably go in there with our sword drawn, and we do still have plenty of time left. The upgrade on our sword that we put. Why, it is me, Geralt of Rivia. Just you guys? I really wanted to get one of you with a one-shot kill. Now, supposedly, our endurance regeneration should be much better now. We'll see how noticeable that is. It's fights like this, in which we'd like to throw together several quick signs and then use those to chain some of the one-shot kills. When that stuff would be particularly notable. Okay, so this is the upgrade we used on our steel sword. I wonder, maybe we just quickly drop some other stuff to make room for one of these upgrades on our silver sword. Just in case. We can. Okay, and we can take the... Nope, not that. I want the Bloodsugar contract, please. It's admittedly right on top of this other stuff, which making this a little bit tricky. You really want to give me this, don't you? Really want to give me that. I mean, we might be about to put that to the test then. Did we actually turn in our Bloodsugar contract, or did we not? Because it seems as though the game is really going to test that. Also, I'm pretty sure we just used, one of our last inventory spots. Wouldn't even be able to pick up the Bloodsugar contract, even if we wanted to. Come on! Can you, like, just move these items elsewhere? So we can take the contract more easily? Maybe? Alright. We'll move on. I mean, if worst comes to worst, that means that we're throwing away, like, 200 coins. Ooh, you're a mage. Okay. Noted. However, can we one-shot you? Yes. Not quickly enough to prevent you from summoning this guy. Still fairly quickly. Gives a lot of experience, so I suppose I shouldn't be too upset about that. Not have room for that either, man. Would be really helpful to have the opportunity to stop by Stash at some point. We don't have the Bloodsugar contract, so we'll drop the Bloodsugar blood as well. Yep, I'm gonna continue to pick you guys on one at a time. Okay. It's better if we just don't ask questions on that one. To waste that last inventory spot with food. Come on. Okay, see, this is what I kind of wanted to avoid. It's getting all these guys at the same time. Woo, game getting framey here, but 2 quick kills definitely makes a big difference. I want to get rid of you, and then I'll get rid of the guy you summoned. I must be getting close, apparently. For reasons that are not currently known to me. Other than that I do see something that says Raider Mutant over there. It does make me a little bit nervous. Don't have room for ectoplasm, I think that's fine. Just have all of these grindstones. I think we're fine there, because we did just use a bunch. Oh! Oh, the Order are fighting you. Hello, members of the Order. You are a scary-looking individual. Both of you guys. We can get you down with not quite one hit, but oh, hold on, mutant assassins too. All kinds of mutants. And you stunned me, which is gonna hurt a whole freaking lot. And you stunned me again, which means we are in trouble right now. Ooh, and you hit us with a bleed. Okay, we are about to die if we don't instantly heal. And we do have an instant heal potion, but I'm not sure we're going to do that quickly enough. Nope, we're not. Okay, wow. Yeah, I mean, those guys are the real deal. And certainly there are some Order people to help us there, but not enough to completely mitigate just how many enemies there are here. And where exactly is this going to make us load? About to find out. Just before this fight? Yeah. Okay, not the end of the world. But obviously would have preferred we've not had to redone this, but we'll get through. I'll skip this conversation because we know what we're going to say. You're going to try to instantly fight us, and I really wanted to throw a sign on you, but you were a little too quick. Do love the boss music, though, of course. There we go. Really wish Azerjavid didn't just disappear out of thin air like that, though. And I mean, it's a potentially an opportunity to make it so that we don't lose our Bloodsugar contract, but probably gonna have to face some similar decisions pretty soon. So let's preemptively drop some of this stuff, knowing that we're not gonna have much reason to use it. I think that's probably a good mix there. And then we can pick that up. Then we'll have these guys. Again, Geralt, wrong time to do that. I just want to run. Don't want to do all that stuff. Really wanted to take down the Hound rather than the other guy, who I'm assuming is much more straightforward. We hadn't really fought any of these guys in the past. We were able to instantly one-shot all of them. I'm guessing this is a heavy stance enemy. Hard to imagine. Also, you may be a silver sword enemy. Admittedly, probably should have been doing that. I think this is whoa! Yeah, I think that's probably the right setup. That's the new type of stuff that we hadn't seen before. Don't need that. Also, I think we picked up some other form of junk there along the way, but go be it. Okay, you. Met you earlier. You were annoying to loot when you were hanging on the edge before, so we'll make sure we lure you a little bit away from that, and mission accomplished. Consider yourself one shot. Gave us basically exactly the same stuff. I mean, we can eat some of this stuff to heal up, but we're probably still gonna rest. Now, we have different opinions as to what we ought to do with these talent points. Have that option. Go a different route. So, let's see. I mean, what did we end up choosing? We ended up choosing the strength, which does give us additional vitality. 50 additional vitality. That is a ton. It is hard to turn that down. I still feel like that is probably the way to go. Now, what did we use for the silver? Don't test my memory like that. I think we've done basically everything on Ard, yeah. Good reason to think that that would actually be better to use Master, or the gold talent point to get the Master Ard. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be high on our priority list for the next few levels, I think. I don't know how many more levels we're going to manage to get before the end of the game, because, I mean, we're seemingly getting pretty close now. But, other than that, I think we decided to go here, I think. Along with one other thing. Currently eludes me. Oh, I think it was stamina. Oh, hold on. No, I take that back. I don't want that one. I will take this. However, for the silver stuff, I'll definitely take endurance regeneration, and I will take stun resistance. Because I think that is the primary thing we can learn from what happened last time around, is that getting some stun resistance could actually prove very useful right about now. And then, oh, okay, so we can still do this. That's just a bronze talent. Let's do that. And then with the potions, I mean, we were saying we were going to try making Blizzard earlier, and that we might need that for major fights, and quite frankly, the one up there that we just died to might be one of those fights. I think we get a couple, just in case we do want to use one there, and still save one for an actual boss fight afterward. I would assume that we're going to fight out there, Javan, and potentially other people sometime soon afterward. Is that enough? I'd like to believe it is. We actually want to rest a little bit longer. I feel like we might, because I think we'll regenerate a little bit more vitality. Probably still going to be at full anyway, but the toxicity as well. I don't think we're going to get full toxicity reduction by the time we're out of this meditation session. We shall see. Oh, we did! Okay, that's good. Because that would affect how often we can actually use our potions. Okay, and let's give this another shot. Now, granted, we're going to probably want this sword. We're going to probably want to try to limit how many of these guys are fighting simultaneously. Wow, we got both of you even from this range? I'm surprised. Except that took way too long. We're not able to get the second guy. Oh, and not supposed to use that stance. And I will just use our sign to make this much more straightforward. And now we shouldn't have to drop the Blood Sewer contract. If we're lucky. Don't need any of that stuff. Fine. Don't need any of that stuff. Still fine. Okay. So this is like the last group of people for that major fight with the Order we're expecting to see. Okay, so like, okay, you did manage to summon your friend, unfortunately. Who I believe is technically more powerful than you. Like the, okay, come on, come on. The mage gave us 20 experience, just for frame of reference. Can we not hit you with the heavy stance? I thought you were a heavy stance enemy. Maybe not. Apparently you're fast stance enemy. 20 experience from the actual mage. How much experience do you get? I thought it was way more than that. 245. So that is a little weird. A little pathetic that the person you summon is actually, by that metric, significantly more powerful than you. But you are also good. Not remember having that many mages. Excuse you. Did you not get stunned by that? That was not cool. Also, I'm supposed to use this. Okay. Sorry, dude, but, I do. These Hellhounds probably gonna notice us pretty soon. Sorry, Armored Hounds. There is a difference. Hellhound is actually the type of enemy we faced when we fought the Beast. Way back when. He'd still get that one shot on you. But I was kinda hoping we'd get lucky and get it on both of you. Oh, we're supposed to be using heavy stance against you as well. I do remember that. And okay, so it is fighting these guys that triggers that quest update. Wondering that earlier. I was wondering if, like, maybe I happened to have stepped just far enough into the territory, the Salamander territory, that it was like, oh, you're clearly figuring out what's over here. I don't think we've seen that. Maybe we have? Okay. And I think this is probably a good place for us to wrap up, because I suspect that as soon as we start actually fighting these guys, we're going to be swept into a long series of fights and potentially make our way all the way over. Oh, Siegfried's over there. Hold on, we can't have Siegfried die. So, maybe it just won't register if we loiter over here for the time being. But anyways, like I was saying, I think this is a good place for us to wrap up this video. We have clearly a lot of stuff to do in the next one because Salamandra awaits. So with that, I'll see you next time.